Hit the live with the Cashflow Millionaires. Well, we got cash flow because we're walking in God's flow. Faith with works is life, baby. We back here another week. What's this week 25 with my
This
boy
week
Marquise,
25.
man. Come on. So we back here, man. We back again, ready to play some cash flow. I hope you guys had a good week, had a good time. We back, man, to check in, talk some finances, and have a good conversation while we at it. Let's go. Let's go, man.
For sure. We back into it again. Cash flow millionaires playing the board game. And this week, guys, y'all should already know what my dream gonna be. It's gonna be the same thing every time. Get a park named after me. This week I'm a business manager. Business manager. I'm getting a starting salary, 4,600 a paycheck, and 100 in savings. I'm starting out with 400. Whoa.
That was me, my bad.
I was gonna say what that was.
That
All
was.
right. All that me, they got me paying. Dang, they done took my 450 quick. I ain't got but 400. They done got me already. All right, cool.
Hey, man, I'm a business manager too. So I got all the same specs. And they're taking my money too. There you go.
Oh,
Let's
so
roll it.
we on the level playing field this game, man.
Let's get it. Hey, man, go ahead, pop up that first question of the week, man.
First question of the week gonna be the same question of the week. What's one thing you've been learning this week?
One thing I learned this. One thing I've been learning this week is to let me see how I say it is to check your beliefs. That's one, like, check your belief system. What I mean by that, like, you might have said to yourself a long time ago, anybody step on my new J's, I'm sucking them right in the jaw. I'm shooting them, I'm gunning them down. That's a little excessive, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, but no, that's real though. Some people actually got them principles though. Like,
Exactly. So it's like, check your principles, man. Is that really, check your beliefs? Is that really something that's building up your life, or is that something that's kind of just like, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from? Who in their right mind would do that? Think like that. And yeah, so just that's one thing I've been learning, is just is to look over what you might have believed before. Something as simple as, like, I'm gonna sock you if you step on my J's. Like, dang. Yeah, nah. So,
so what's your real life like? What was one of the things that you had to change your principle on?
let me see. Um, it's not. I don't know if I really had to change anything yet, or if I have changed it yet. But just let me see. Let me see when I had changed. I don't know if I've actually changed one yet. It's been more or less like just looking in stuff, like kind of just like scanning over, like, all right, what's my belief here as far as like waking up in the morning? What's a belief here as far as it's like what I wear, how I talk to people, maybe cussing. So that's a good one. A cussing belief. Sometimes I cuss in the house, so that's a belief I'm working to change and correct. Like, let's cut that one out. Cussing in the house ain't really cool. So let's back that one out. And
So so you saying you believe that cussing is bad?
no, I ain't say all that. I just said in the house.
So what wrong with what's the difference? What's the difference?
What's the difference between cussing in the house and cussing outside the house?
Yeah.
If if I'm in the house, I might be in front of my grandma, the kids, my wife. If I'm outside the house, I might just be Marquise and we sitting having some lunch. I mean, I might say, "God damn," my wife on my fucking nerves. I might need to get it off my chest a little bit. That's the difference.
Okay. So then let me ask you this. Do you think would you think that it's to cuss in front of God?
Huh?
Would you think, all right, let's say God was standing right in front of you. Do you think it'd be disrespectful to cuss in front of God?
Well, that depends how me and him talking. Me and
You
him
said
sitting around.
what?
It depends how me and him talking. He might be. It might be judgment there or something. I might not have the right to speak to my boy. My good
But
sir.
what if it ain't judgment day? What if
Then
you just having a regular
you
conversation?
sitting around the round table and he got a glass of wine with him. Then what you talking about? Heaven gates. I don't know what happens in the heaven. Paradise. I don't know. We both chilling around the table and he got a glass of apple juice and I got a glass. And we see some big booty go by on the TV screen. I'm gonna be like, dang, God, look at that. You made it right when you did that one.
You see,
I don't know.
you serious, bro?
Well, I mean, what? What type of question is that, bro? Like, what? You got God in your presence. Are you gonna curse in front of him? Well, I mean, that's the creator. No, not. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm supposed to. But if we sitting down, I mean, I don't know how. I don't know how ruly he is. How strict of a right hand he got. My pimp slapped me the moment I cuss. It might let me cuss a storm. I don't know. You seen him? Are you serious?
I say it would be disrespectful to cuss in front of God.
That's fine. That's why.
I
I'm not from Hardware. You ain't seen him, so you just bro some respect, right? He's the creator. He's the most high. He deserves the most high respect. All right, we got it.
For sure.
We got it. But if the most high grab a glass of wine and hand me a glass, well, thank you. What's next? You might get a week. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. That was a weird question. That was a weird question, bro.
I only asked the question, but I expected a different answer. I thought you was I thought you was gonna say, no, of course I want to cuss in front of God. But then I was gonna say, well, I was gonna say, well, then if you wouldn't cuss in front of God, then why would you cuss it off? And I was
Oh
gonna
yeah.
post.
Oh yeah. Oh, you tripping? If God give me if I get to the heaven gates, He say you can cuss. I'm cussing a storm. Jimmy, we done been through
But
hell on earth, and we finally here.
He wouldn't say that though.
He what?
He wouldn't say that.
Bro, you don't know what he say, bro.
I do know.
All right. Well, I know what he would say too.
What he'll say.
What are you gonna say, bro?
It's I. The reason why I know what he'll say because in his work, he already put everything we need to know. We're not. everything we know is in His Word, in the Bible.
That's fair.
It's just like I put it like this. It's just like if you know me well, right? And somebody come to you and be like, "Hey, bro, Keith told me this, right? Keith told me this, or Keith told me to tell you this, right?" You're gonna be like, you're gonna listen to what they saying, and if they saying something that don't sound like what I said, you're gonna be like, "Nah, bro, Keith ain't say that." Oh, how you know Keith ain't say that? Because I know he wouldn't say that, right? It's the same. Just like if somebody came and told me, "Hey, Joseph this," I'd be like, I can either say yay or nay. I can say, "Oh, yeah, I can see Joseph saying something like that." But then on the other end, I can be like, "Nah, bro, Joseph wouldn't say nothing like that, bro. I know Joseph ain't said that. I know, right? Same situation. Same situation. I know God, therefore I know what He would and what He would not say.
Okay.
Yep.
Next question.
Next question. Oh man, I ain't answered the question. I ain't answered the question.
Shit, bro, you asked three.
You said what?
Next one. See, you asked him three. What he said? Like, bro. No, he wasn't. Cool. Then we ain't cussing. What? What? But I tell you, boy, if we go to the back room, he said I can cuss. I'm cussing a storm. You know what I'm talking about? Come on now. But ain't you telling me you wouldn't cuss? If guys say you can cuss, you wouldn't cuss? You tripping?
If he said it was okay, but he wouldn't say okay though.
What do you think it's okay, bro? I've already sat down with him. We've already had a drink together. Yeah. You keep doing it, bro. You keep doing. You keep.
Bro, why you acting like you getting offended by what I said?
I ain't getting offended. Under like what we talking about?
All right, so then if I'm a preacher, then if I don't know what God would or would not say, then how can I preach? Because the only thing I'm doing, I'm telling you it when I'm preaching. So if I have no way of knowing what God said or what He will say to a situation, then that means I can't preach. Right or wrong?
Probably wrong. You can still preach. It just
How?
might be in a bad manner. You can still stand up there and talk your shit.
No, I wouldn't, because preaching, only thing preaching is saying you basically telling the people what God's saying. You a mouth. That's what preaching is. So then if I say, oh, well, I can't tell you what God would say in this situation or what God wouldn't say in this situation, then I wouldn't be able to preach. If I was up there saying this or saying that, then I'd be lying. If I say I can't say what God telling me.
But you can still deliver a sermon or a religious address to an assembled group of people, typically in a church. Preaching, you can still do that. Whether it's holy or not, you can still do it.
No, I could go up there.
I just read you the definition. I just put the definition in my explanation. That's the definition. The delivery of a sermon or religious address to an assembled group of people, typically in church.
Okay, but if they saying it's a religious address, I don't do a religious address. I don't do religious addresses. So by the world definition of preach, that's not an accurate definition.
Some, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can be a false witness, or you can be a false, but it's still preaching though. I understand what you're saying, but I'm still going. I'm just going off of what you're saying. Like, can you preach? Like, well, yeah, yeah, you
Now I
still
could get
preach.
up there. I could get up there and talk.
You can deliver a sermon, yeah. Might be false, but it's still preaching.
No, the preaching is proclaiming the word of God. So if I'm not expounding on the word of God, or I'm not breaking down the word of God, then I'm not preaching. I'm just talking. You got some people who so-called preach, but they not really. They just talking really. They giving you a good motivational speech, but they not preaching. Like TD Jakes, he go up there, he ain't preaching, he giving you a motivational message. Motivational message. Now some people say, "Oh, I'm preaching," but that ain't really preaching though. But I'm gonna get into what I learned this week, man. What I learned this week is that devotion devotion is essential. Like sometimes you just get in the habit of just going through life. Got so much stuff to do. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. You wanna do this, you wanna do that, but then you really just spend that time with God. Like you don't really just intentionally spend that time with God. And so I've been learning this week, man. I just really like for my lunch breaks, I I open up the Bible and read the Bible. Now today I ain't do it because we had went out to eat or whatever. But this week, Monday and Tuesday, on both days, I open up the Bible during lunch or whatever. And I just been spending that time with God. Um, and it helped me in a lot of ways. It helped me with my anger. It helped me with, there's other various things that like negative thoughts and pop up in my mind. So that's what I've been learning this week. Which I knew that, but like actually just knowing something and then actually applying it two different things. And so I knew it. I knew that devotion is important, but this week I actually just was like, look, I'm finna actually put that into motion.
Sad, sad, sad.
All right. So the next question is, why do you struggle to save? If not, what happened? I mean, what helps you stay disciplined?
Hmm. What helps me stay disciplined to save? Probably a why. So like my why is easy why for me is my family. Um, what's it called? What did you say, man? Um, have have a safe for your children. Have a the money for your children or something like that. When you go, so just having money. I mean, saving it. Just the family. Gosh, why why what helps you stay disciplined? My family. Thinking of my family. Like, all right, if I save $2, this $2 can go to buying some real estate, buying some land, to ultimately in the end I can leave for my family and have for myself on this earth. You did.
All right. I
Never really
got you.
had.
I got you. For me, I say I struggle to save mainly because like I don't know. I guess like once you, for me, it's almost like it seems like every time get money, it's always something popping up. Like anytime I get extra money, it's always like something popping up. I'm talking about like outside of like my regular income. When I get extra money, it's always something coming up. But then on the other end, and I'm not saying it in the sense of, I'm not saying in the sense of, oh, I got this money, some pop up now every, like this happen every time. Like I'm saying, because I haven't, because I haven't intentionally put money aside out of my income, you know, every time I get some extra money, it really ain't extra money. You see what I'm saying? It's always like it's not really extra. But then I think that's a flaw in my mindset as far as saving, that you don't just save your extra money because you really don't have extra money. But you know what I'm saying, you really need to be saving out of what you already make. But then another part of the issue is once I do, you know what I'm saying, once I do get a little break, it's like I feel like I got a spurge because I haven't been able to do nothing for myself. So it's two things. Some do always come up because I make it that way, or really it could be something that already been need to be taken care of, that now is just becoming even more pressing of an issue. And then on the other end, okay, now you didn't put yourself in this, so to speak. Now, when you do get, you know, some extra money, you just want to blow it all. It sounds crazy, but that's how I feel though.
And,
Go ahead, break down how crazy it is for me, cause I know it's coming.
well, you break it down, man. If it sounds crazy to you, what sound crazy about it then?
Cause it can sound conflicting, really.
What's the conflicting part? What's hitting?
Conflicting
Okay.
part is, okay, you say you don't have extra money, but then at the same time you say something always coming up. So, but in reality, it's like, all right, we not behind on no bills, okay. But then let's just say, all right, Marquise, your birthday pop up, you get $500. Oh, boom. Oh, you got something new you gotta take care of. Oh, I just went flat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, bro, like I can't enjoy my little 500. But in reality, the other part of it is, okay, Marquise, had you took a little money out of each check, you know, let's say you done this for a couple years now. If you was disciplined, you put a little money aside, okay, you would have had your emergency savings. So now when you're flat, it's an inconvenience because now I gotta drive over here and call these people and get my car fixed, get them to replace this thing. It's an inconvenience because now I gotta get it towed, but it's not an inconvenience because now I gotta come up with the money. You see what I'm saying? Or now it ain't no inconvenience because, oh, that now you gotta take that out your birthday money. You see what I'm saying? I guess that's the best way I could kind of describe the situation.
It's like a certain problem come up. Yeah, something's always gonna come up. Say I'm not the brightest, I'm not the most financially illiterate, but I know from what I have known, it's well, from even even kind of with this game, even kind of playing cash flow, ultimately, or I kind of feel like this is what it's also working. Is like paying yourself first. So what does paying yourself look like in this game? Paying yourself first in this game looks like buying businesses, um, real estate assets, stocks, funds. All right, we can't get there if we can't get the down payment on the on these assets. So just like this game, you got babies coming up, boat payment, car loan, credit cards. So it's like, gosh, the tire breaks down. I think the biggest thing is gonna be is paying yourself first, and then after that is also saying like it's kind of like a mentality of like I'll go broke first before like or I'll live on the street first before I spend my last dime. Like or I'm not gonna end up on the street because I'm saving at least every dime of a dollar. You kind of say like the biggest thing. I mean, you're gonna have incidents and credit's gonna help in that like incidents like if you can I mean that happens here. You got to get a little loan or something, some credit to pay it off and then pay it back. Definitely the biggest thing is getting out of debt. Once you get out of debt and then paying you gotta learn how to pay yourself too, brother Marquise. You probably don't pay yourself at all though, do you?
Nah.
Yeah, you gotta I was gonna show you if it wasn't I was gonna give you this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, but this one is probably a little different than the mindset helps, but the mindset's kind of already here, what we're doing right here. But the next thing is the richest man in Babylon. You ever heard that story? Ever played that one? Ever heard that one?
I'm pretty sure I heard the story, but run it for me.
It's a good one. It started out with this poor guy. I think his name was like Hagar or something. And he wanted to get rich. He didn't. He just didn't know how to make money. So
Oh, hold on,
first
hold on,
thing
hold on. That's a Bible story, but you go ahead.
is it what?
That's a Bible story.
What is the
What you just said, Hagar
oh
in Babylon.
okay well it might be I don't know but I know they was talking. Basically, what was I saying? He wanted to get rich. So the first thing to notice, he had the desire. He had the desire to have money and desire to have some wealth. To be able to supply for his kids, his family, and all that. But the town was going broke. The town was going broke. So the government, the hierarchy, they had a meeting. The meeting said, we're running out of money. We got no more money. Who has all the money? Well, let's look around and see who has the money. They look around and see it was this guy. I can't. Let's go. Let's give him the name Babylon. His name is Babylon. So he's over there, and Babylon has the most money in the town. Maybe two, three other guys, but Babylon for sure has the most money in the town. So they ask Babylon to teach him about money, to go through it, and he says okay. So he goes down. He sits him down to teach him. First thing he points out is everybody has a different job. Everybody has something else. One person's a doctor, one person's this, one person's that. But just like everybody in the town, they all have little to no money. Not Hagar. Babylon's holding most of the wealth. So the biggest thing he says is, well, first you must start by paying yourself. You must start by saving a minimum of 10%. For every dollar you get, you must save 1/10. And that's the start. That's the start of paying yourself, and you must keep it. And basically, it goes through like little stories of like how the gold can slip away. Some gold slips away from you know, all this. But the next thing to do, this is why I say seek wise counsel once you get money. Like I know you give like the whole breakdown. I'm gonna spend this on debt, spend this on debt. But nah, man. The first thing you want to do to me is save 1/10. You want to get at least if you get all your dimes, and if you get $1, man, save a dime. Save a dime, spending 90 cents. You should be able to make it work. Um, Save that. Your pocket will slowly start stacking each week. And the next is to seek wise counsel and profitable investments. So and then they went to stories of like, all right, he finally had a little shekel of cash. He finally had a little pocket of cash. That mustard seed grew, but then his greed started to grow too. He had the he wanted to He wanted to get into investments and all stuff like this. So what did Hagar go do? Hagar went to the brick maker to get diamonds. So Hagar goes to the brick maker. The brick maker says, "Hey, I got this good deal. I got this. I'm gonna get these diamonds from these Arabs, man. Just give me some money, man. I'm gonna go get it." Hagar goes to the desert to the Arabs, or the guy he gives the brick maker the money. Brick maker goes, he comes back with glass. Hagar loses all his money. So that's the next thing you gotta lose. That's the next thing you gotta learn. It's an up and down wave. You're gonna lose money, you're gonna make money. You're gonna lose money, you're gonna make money. Things is gonna happen. But seek wise investment. Next time you go to the jeweler about the diamonds, go to the brick maker about bricks. Talking about, and then make that earning more and more money. So you can't you gotta, once you acquire it, keep it. Once you learn the second step of keeping it, then you gotta learn how to invest it properly. You gotta make it grow for you, because sooner or later you will have to stop working. Age will come into play. All of that. I'm not basically, let's round it back out. What's the message, man? To say, hey Marquise, put a little, just pay yourself. Pay yourself first, and then don't let that change. Don't let that the asset money that you put aside affect affect everything else you're doing. Like if your tire pops and it ain't working, maybe hold off, and you already use your emergency money. Maybe you take the bus to work for a week. Maybe you hit it down. You hit it a different way for a week. Um, that's probably the biggest thing I can say. And God help me. Like, just for your first step is you gotta be able to put some money away for yourself. Like you gotta get a big enough why, a big enough what's up, a big enough something to make you want to save the money, and not touch it, not touch it. Am I talking? I feel like I just went on 5 minutes to say
No, that's good. That's good. That what the people want to hear.
put one
that
tenth
what
away.
that what they
Now that's just
want to hear. What they need to hear.
that's just I don't know, man. That's just kind of like I wish when I went out, when I oh boy, I wish during um what was my biggest problem? One of the biggest problems I had was I was I that's exactly what happened to me. Is what happened, folks? Joseph had some dough. He was out there, but what did he do? He spent his money on unwise counsel. So I'm buying courses because I gotta learn. So I'm buying courses and buying courses. They're getting more expensive, and sooner or later, you get a course that ain't a course you need. That ain't a course you should have bought, and your money go down the drain. So you gotta learn. So you gotta. That's why I say. That's why lately you've been hearing on my past is wise counsel. Like, don't just You gotta jump. You gotta take a leap sooner or later. But watch who you doing it with. Watch who you moving with. Watch how you making it happen. Ask yourself 3-4 times. Is this really what I should be doing? If you can say yes, then jump. But if you can't,
All right, man. Next question. How are you going to finish this year with a bang?
I'm gonna finish this shit with a bang. I don't know if it's gonna end with a bang, bro. No, I finished this year with a bang. What was the message like 2 weeks ago? Persistently consistent. In your purpose, consistently persistent in your purpose. I mean, putting the work down, putting the time in, and but a bigger message to that is staying mentally energetic, energetic towards making it happen, keeping your spirit alive. Just waking up and saying, "Hey, I'm bloody, but I'm not beat. I'm down, but I'm not out." And get to it. Get to it. Tulsa,
They tripping right now.
I'm big rolling over
They
here,
tripping bad. And he getting to the bag.
man. I'm
And
rolling,
he getting
man.
to the bag.
I'm rolling,
And
man.
rat race. But they tripping.
I'm rolling, man. Huh? How you gonna finish this year with a bang, Marquise?
Man, one exactly what you said. Consistent. But man, I go on a spiritual note and then I finish out on a physical note. On a spiritual note, man, getting to a point where I really got self control. Self control is a fruit of the spirit, and that's one of the things that I mean to to the average person. A lot of people will say I have self control, but in my mind, I know I don't. Um, dang, he didn't won the game already. Dang.
You.
He done won the game already, man. Ah, we both had got them that same asset to be able to sell our assets. We both had houses. They offer both of us 100,000. You just happen to be able to get to the cash out before me.
Yep,
But
that's it. That's it. That's it.
but yeah, man. Back to what I was saying, man. I think to the average person, they might say, man, you look pretty self-controlled to me. I don't be seeing you flash out. I don't be, this, that, and the other. But deep down, like I know I don't get things done that I'm supposed to get done for a lack of self-control. Even with the finances thing, that go back to self-control. A lot of the stuff that that hinders is dealing with self-control. Just I'm a procrastinator. I want pleasure before I handle
No, no,
business
no. That's
instead of
let me
handling.
let me add on to you. No, that's what I was saying. Let me add on to at the beginning when I was saying like inventory your beliefs, like kind of like that's kind. I've been on the same mental check your self control kind of why you check Instagram so much. Going on last week, like you might be inconsistently consistent with checking Instagram all day, but like where'd that belief come from? Why you're really checking it? Why are you really going through it? Is it because what and I can ask myself like, okay, it's fame. Okay, what you want, Joseph? You want to look cool around the black people. Okay, maybe that's why you smoke some blunts. Maybe that's why you drink. You want around people that look similar to you. Okay, well why you want to look cool? Well, maybe you want to have some money on you. You want to have a what does that have to do with looking cool? What does making some money have to do with looking cool? So you see you adding, you putting two and two together when they ain't. Oh, like, wait a
Nigga,
minute.
they ain't adding up.
They ain't got nothing to do with each other. You making money ain't got nothing to do with you checking social media every 15 minutes. No. But your belief system is that way, and you ain't checked it. You ain't been realizing what you've been believing. So you continue, brother. Like yeah,
Yeah, you ain't doing your self evaluations, and I think it's critical that we do self evaluation. And I think sometimes I evaluate myself so where I don't want to hear criticism for others because I didn't criticize myself so much. But that's real. That's real, bro. I
and
don't be
that's
want
and
to
that's real. Yeah,
hear.
that's super real. Like, yeah, you criticize yourself, you don't want to hear what no one else got to say. Like, especially
Right.
if you already know the truth. It, You might already know. Oh, you might already know you got a problem. But you ain't spoke nobody with it. You ain't really wrote it down. So yeah, for ourselves and the viewers, go. I would say write it down. Within me, look out within me, write it down, man, and then discuss it if you can. And I had to do that. Actually, that's what I did. I actually did it yesterday. Was write down the problem, like the social media one, and then express it. Be able to see now. I'm able to express it like, hey yo, you were checking Instagram because what? Because you wanted some fame. You wanted to be cool around your peers that look like you. So what? So what was you doing? You was doing extra stuff like smoking weed or maybe showing some cash. But but hold on, why you need the fame? Well, I don't know. So I have some money. Fame, fame. You can make money. What are you talking about, Joe? Slow down. Slow. Think about it, man. Think about it. Okay. Slow down with the fame crap. Go to the money. Okay, figure out the money once you have a little. Well, how's it go? Scarface first you get the money, then you get the what? Then you get the power, then you get the women. So slow up, Joe. Slow up and take your time with it.
For
That's it.
sure.
Give us another
For
question, bro.
sure.
I ain't ready to go.
Oh man. Oh yeah. So the spiritual thing is self-control, man. And then the physical thing, man, I want to go ahead and knock out this website for my homeboy who is my client, my first client. And I mean, that'll end the year with a bang for me because for one, that'll be my first completed software project. It's actually kind of a big project because it's not just no basic website. Like it's some advanced stuff going on in here. So being able to finish that'll settle me to be able to say, all right, look, you really can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't did it. You didn't actually complete it. I know I can do the code, and I know it ain't. You ain't okay right now. You ain't got nothing to show for it. You ain't got nothing to prove that. Hey, or not even. It don't even go that deep, bro. To be honest, it don't go that deep for me. It's just a matter of you are a software developer. You should be able to build websites. Okay, you building this website. This will be your first website completed. That's an accomplishment, and it's just that. Is that, and then not only that, it frees me up to focus more on other things because I done already told myself I'm not taking in no more clients. Now that could be subject to change, but no, I'm not taking in no more clients because like we done discussed in previous episodes, man, I'm really trying to focus more on ministry. And if I'm coming home and I'm dedicating my time to coding, then they take away from me being able to do ministry. So that'll help me out on the bang. That way next year, 2024, hey man, we coming hard for the ministry.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask that. Like, are you at first it sounded like you was finished show you to prove to yourself you can do it so then you can do more, or are you doing it so you can then stop?
Yeah, so I can. I mean, of course, I'm going to do more because I still want to do my blog site. So I got to build that anyway. But
Mm.
this will free me up not to do the. I'm just gonna do that, and here and there, and not really putting no pressure on it. But it's really gonna free me up to do ministry, which God and I already been showing me that I need to be putting more effort into, cause the church growing and not trying to boost myself up, but I'll be a big part in that, you know,
Mhm.
with the youth. The youth will be a big part in that. Let me take myself out of it. I'm a big part of it because God prevail, whether it's me or Joseph. But you know what I'm saying? But it's a matter of the youth. I think the youth gonna be in our church, but not just in our church, but the youth really finna be the key. That's why I'm finna be going so hard.
It's hard teaching kids. It's hard teaching here. Not necessarily hard, but it's a hard job. It's a very uh almost thankless kind of, almost like a thankless job. Kind of dealing with kids a lot of times. Like a lot of times you get less thank yous than most people should that work with kids.
For sure. And then I think the main thing though for me, what makes it the hardest kids, it's the parents. It, a lot of times, you know, you can't directly come and tell a parent how to parent their child, but as a, you know what I'm saying, as a preacher, as the, you know, so I'm able to see things that the parents not able to see, and I can tell you what's about to come, but I can't prepare you for what's because you know, for one, you're gonna be like, how you know this? You know what I'm saying? For one, you're gonna be questioning me, oh, how you know this? Because some people don't really respect. People don't. I mean, because it's not about the title. It's not. Some people just, oh, you're a preacher. Okay, all right, yeah, you just got oh, you just a leader in the church. But they don't really understand like what really come with it. Like I was a preacher before I was even preaching in the church. You see what I'm saying? Because God had already called me before I even started preaching. But it's just a matter of when you a minister, God give you certain gifts that other people don't have, and people not gonna understand those gifts. Like I could see stuff happening before it happened. Like, I can tell you, Joseph, this gonna happen, but I really can't tell you because you're not gonna be ready to accept it. You see what I'm saying? And so what my job is to do, my job is to try and prepare I can't prepare the parent because for one, I ain't trying to listen, but my job is trying to put the parent in the best position to be able to protect their children. But a lot of the parents don't understand. So, and then they blame the kids, but really the parents be putting the kids in positions to fail. Just being real. Like for example, when you asked me, you said Marquise, what you feel about you know, a kid, a parent just allowing they child to stay at home along the lines of that, right? Not coming to church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would you do if you had somebody in the house that one coming to church or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got some parents who make it optional for their kids to come to church, but it's mandatory that they go to school. If they child said, "Mom, I don't feel like going to school today," they'll probably get or something like, "Bro, you crazy? You know you going to school." But then when it comes to church, it's like, "Oh, you don't want to go to church? Okay, cool." But you care more about their mind than you care about their soul, and their soul worth way more than their mind. You see what I'm saying? If your child died today, them getting a school education ain't gonna mean nothing. But if they know God and they saved, you know, they got faith in Him, then you know, if they die today, you know they still living. You know they still with the Lord. So I don't know. That'd be the hardest part, bro. Is the parents, bro. Really.
Parents. Shout out to the parents. Shout out to the parents. That's what it is. Interesting. Interesting. What was what was it? Hmm. What's something God tells you, my boy? What's something God told you this week? I guess that's a different. That's a
What
different.
some guy told me.
Oh boy.
I guess it's gonna go back down to uh it's gonna go back down to the devotion. Just spend more time with Him, really. Just spend more, be more intentional time with him. Monica said to set an alarm. I had overslept for work one day. About I had overslept for work, but nah,
How you
man.
oversleeping?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, man. Good thing I got a boss who ain't gonna fire. Well, I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna fire. I ain't saying I can just come up in there when I want to, but I mean he understanding though. So, you know. But yeah,
Do you
man.
ever
Just
think there's too much time in talking to God?
you think? Do I think it's too much time?
Yeah, you think like there's
I
ever someone ever meditates too much?
I don't think it can really be a thing, but well, yeah, it can because God still care that
You
you.
said it's sin. You
God
said a
still.
what? You said
Uh,
it can be. You said it can be a what?
I said yeah, it can be. It can become it can be a thing. Because if you was to try and spend so much time with God that you neglecting your family, or you trying to spend so much time not taking care of your responsibilities, yeah, it's automatic because God the understand God ain't just like, hey, come spend all your time with me. He like, nah, go handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with me, make time to spend time with me, but handle your business. I called you to be, I called you to manage your household well. I called you to, take care of your family. So yeah, you can get in a position where if you trying to be at the church every day of the week and you ain't, your kids ain't ain't ate, you ain't made sure they bathe, then you living ungodly.
Talk about it, Marquise. Talk about it, Marquise. Oh snap! He done hit the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah, I mean
Usually
that's
it's
just
not
real.
enough. Sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, too much of anything could be a bad thing. Just like you said, honey good for you, but too much honey will ruin your stomach.
So
Anything could be good for you, but all things not beneficial.
what?
You see what I'm saying? It's not
Yep.
beneficial. Just like some people might say, oh well, we actually got benefits. Okay, I agree, it do. But if you think you finna go up there and smoke a whole joint, too much of anything is not beneficial for you, sir. Like you over there frying your brain cells. What you talking about? Like, you see what I'm saying? So
Let him know, Charlie.
that's how I go. That's how I go. That's how
Word.
I go.
That's real. That's real. That's real. Mm, 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 mm. Heck yeah. What's some guy done told you this week? I set an alarm. Ah, my boy, how you late for work?
Man, I
Nah,
overslept.
don't tell me he was reading the devotion, man. Too much of it, man.
Nah, man. I
He
just
was at
I
work.
just stayed up too late coding one night and
Yeah,
and didn't get up.
that stuff be taking a long time, don't it?
Yeah, man. It's almost like you can spend it's no set time period because it only take you to run into one issue that take 2 weeks to figure out. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you playing a game of chess with every move, bro. It's like the smallest mistake, bro. The smallest mistake will set you back, bro. It'll set you back a whole time. You know what I'm saying? If it's becomes something too tedious or something, and so it's like everything you doing, that's all coding is problem solving. Like, all right, I done figured out how to do this. All right, I'm good. All right, boom. All right, oh, whoa, this ain't working. All right, dang. Now I gotta do this.
I don't
I'm
know. No.
coding. Dang. I done messed something up. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like that, bro. It's no with it. So it's always it's a mental battle. And sometimes, bro, you just gotta take time away from it, bro. You just gotta it's so complex. It's like, bro, I done tried 50 things. It ain't working, bro. I'm just finna, let me take
Hey
2
man, I
days
was
to
I was
refresh my.
I was hey, it took two things. One, I was scrolling through the endless tunnel, and yeah, it was it brought up like a software engineer like type thing. It was like entry level. They type 1 2 3. See, what was it like pro level 1 2 3 period semicolon, and then like pro level 1 2 3 semicolon period. I was like, all right, bro, this is too much. Like, come on now, are we playing or what? Like what's going on? Yeah, and then what was I gonna say? I was gonna hey, you said it's like chess. It was like solving problems like chess. Like, hey man, we've been playing a bunch of chess this week, man. That was one
Yeah,
thing.
man. Joseph been smashing me in chess, man.
Hey, Marquise pretty good though. Marquise pretty good though. You can tell. I can tell you've been practicing. I can tell you've been practicing on your own, probably playing a bunch of games. And cause yeah, you definitely. I'm seeing you getting like you starting to use the bishops crossboard, using the horses in the game. I'm trying to get better too. That'd be funny, man. We done had some good games over there. I
For
done,
sure.
I done got scared, viewers. I ain't letting Marquise beat me now. I can't let Marquise beat me now. I'm making sure I'm working hard. Like, hold on. I gotta get my game up. Marquise on my tail now. Hold on.
It's like, and I done got to a point where it's like, all right, I'm learning how to manipulate, but then at the same time, sometimes I get too stuck into my own plan. I don't consider like what's really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't paying attention to every move because I'm so I'm finna do this, and then I got him now. I got him. Then he hit that one move. Let me. Whoa! This thing threw off my whole plan. Like, hold on. So it's about making them adjustments too, man. And that's why I got the youth playing chess when we break down into small groups now. Got them not just chess but board games because I want them to get. I think you could teach real life lessons from board games. Like, you can't be overreactive. You gotta think 2 steps ahead. You gotta consider what's really on each step of the way. You can't just come up with a plan. You got to be able to adjust. You can't set one plan and then when something pop up, now you don't know how to react. You so set on your plan. You got to be able to adjust.
For sure. Heck yeah. What you said, bro? So we need one of them sound panels. Cheer. Ooh, ah. That's
Let's go on here and wrap it up. We getting ready to hit that hour.
Yep, let's wrap it, bro. Go ahead, wrap it up then. Go ahead, close us out then.
All right, bet, man. Hey, man. Do us a favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and be ready for more content. What y'all want to hear? If y'all got questions, ask us. We want to hear what y'all got to say. We want what you want us to talk about. What some questions you might have? It can be spiritual. It could be dance. It could be whatever. We'll top it up. But that's it, man. We out.